I'm going to show you exactly how I structure my sales team so we get high quality leads, keep costs low and close sales faster. Firstly, why even listen to me? Well, when I first started high ticket service sales, I ran absolutely everything by myself. No team, no systems, just me. In the last 2 years, we've managed to scale to 6-figure months and I'm still learning, but here's what's working well for me at the minute. Firstly, I'll explain exactly how we structure our sales team so we can turn strangers into money. Okay, what I'm going to do is break down our sales structure into 3 different tiers, starting with tier 1. So when you're just starting out, if you only have tier 1, that's literally just you managing your own leads, pipeline, and sales magnets. Even now, I still take on the toughest leads. These are the ones with the most questions, the most objections, and the ones that are hardest to get across the line. Now, some people might say, why bother spending all this time closing one lead? You could be spending time generating more leads. But I really do think that the hardest leads to close are the best affiliates in the future, which I'll touch on when we get back to tier 3. Now, when scaling, it's important to start adding tier 2. These are your sales reps. They're going to help you deal with the amount of volume you start to get. Now, I started to add tier 2 when I realized I was spending more time communicating with leads than I was on actual marketing. Now, one mistake I made not too long ago was having too many sales reps. It's very easy to think, okay, the more sales rep, the more leads, the more money. Great. But what happens is you can actually create conflict as your reps will fight for commission and then they'll be communicating the same lead. It confuses the lead and then conflict just slows everything down and it's bad for business. For the size we're at now, I've found 3 to 4 sales reps is perfect. They communicate together and work well, but you don't have too many stepping on each other's toes. In terms of commission, I found 2 to 5% is the perfect amount. It really does depend on what the person's there for. You do get some people who are there to learn experience and learn the game and they want lower commission, and obviously their skill sets will be lower as well. But for our best sales rep, we've pushed all the way up to 5% before. That being said, their role is very simple. It's handling the majority of leads, managing conversations, and closing deals. If they get stuck on any tricky objections, those ones escalate up to me. Now onto tier 3, and this is the part that I overlooked for the longest time and have only really implemented recently. This is your referral system, and I do think this is the most effective thing I've added to our sales funnel. The reason being, it's almost zero effort to implement. It's 3 to 4 times cheaper than any sales rep. The reason I say this is so important is because it's almost zero effort to implement and has infinite upside potential. Just recently, I spent such a huge amount of time just trying to close this one lead, and since then, that referral has generated 5 new clients. Those new referrals cost me £100 each. That was £500. Through a sales rep, that would have cost anywhere from 1.2 to 1.5k. That's a huge saving just there. Not to mention the fact the new leads that were coming in from the referrals were so warm because she had introduced them to us and she was obviously so keen to get the referral fee that it was so easy to close them. It was almost a case of just giving bank details. If you feel like a detailed walkthrough of this sales structure would benefit you, I'll leave my Instagram in the caption. Feel free to reach out and I'll break it down to you one-on-one.